infinite mercy and His compassion and His kindness to us, the knowledge that we find in the Quran and the teachings of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, for our benefit. For our benefit. So that we could be guided by the light of His knowledge. So that we could be raised up with the wisdom of His guidance. And if we keep this in mind, my brothers and sisters, then we will never have any problem with obeying and submitting ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we will realize that this is only for our benefit. And that if we disobey Allah, and we turn away from His Sharia, and we abandon His laws, then we harm no one except ourselves. We destroy nothing except our own souls. Disobedience to Allah is injustice to ourselves. Disobedience to Allah is injustice to ourselves. So, let us therefore, with this in mind, reflect upon some of those issues that are so important and that are so relevant to the position of the women in Islam. And we cannot mention this except by first reflecting upon the society in which we live. Let us have no doubts. Let us have no delusions. Let us not allow ourselves to be fooled, my brothers and sisters, that this society in which we live is fundamentally oppressive and corrupt and evil. That is not to deny. And the Muslim is always just. The Muslim is always just. And we speak the truth even if it is against ourselves. That this society does without doubt have many good qualities. We do not deny those good qualities that exist in this society. But we have to say categorically, in spite of those good qualities, the society is not based and it is not built upon the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the obedience to Him or the following of His guidance. And any guidance other than the guidance of Allah is misguidance. Any laws other than the laws of Allah are oppression and tyranny. This is the fact. So we live in a society that calls to freedom. It calls to liberation. But in reality, it is not freedom and it is not liberation. In reality, it is calling you away from the true freedom that comes from being a slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To the slavery of your desires, of your hawa. To the slavery to your passions. To the slavery to money, to fashion, so on and so forth. Because the human is always a slave. The human being is always a slave. We are always a slave to someone or something. The noblest one is the one who is a slave of Allah. And the ones who are slaves to other than Allah, they are the ignoble ones. So in reality, this society is calling us away from the servitude and the slavery to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the oppression of man-made religions, to the injustice of man-made religions, to the tyranny of worshipping other human beings and worshipping others than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this society makes alluring for you, makes tempting for you, makes beautiful for you, this evil. Because this is the method of a shaitan. The method of a shaitan is to make the evil look good, and to make the good appear as if it is evil. And this is what we find, my brothers and sisters, we are exposed to all the time. They tell you, oh, you Muslim woman, you are oppressed. Your man is a tyrant over you. He is an oppressor over you. Why should you obey him? Why should you do what he says? Why should you be an obedient wife? Why should you be a slave in the household looking after the children? So they make what is most good and what is most noble and what is most excellent appear evil. Because we cannot think of something that is more noble than a woman who spends her life educating, caring, looking after, teaching good manners to her children. As the saying goes, if you educate a man, you educate a person. If you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Because it is only from the mother that the children will learn the manners. They will have the good morals, the good characteristics. So how is it they make something so noble, so great, appear as if it is evil? And obedience to the husband is nothing except preserving the noble structure of society, preserving the family that is so important to maintain the harmful and peaceful society. Yet they make this noble thing appear as if it is evil. So they fill your mind with false ideas. They fill your mind with corrupt ideology. They call you to emulate the worst of the people, the models, displaying themselves, stripping themselves of their honor and their dignity, behaving in a most disrespectful manner, and they make this alluring, and they make this beautiful, and they make this seem noble to you, whereas in fact the reality is, it is nothing but ignobility. It is really filth. And this is how this society is. It makes that which is evil seem good, and it makes that which is good seem evil. So there is no doubt, my brothers and sisters, that as for us who are living in the West, we have to take a special care. We have to take special attention to protect ourselves from these tricks, from these lies, and from these deceptions. So we must keep going back to the guidance of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We must keep going back to the revelation. We have to keep reminding ourselves of these fundamental things. We have mentioned something already very briefly about the importance of the family. The family is the root of the society. With the family, the society is strong or the society is weak. If the family is strong, the society will be strong. If the family is weak, then the society will be weak. And there is no doubt that anybody who looks at the laws, who looks at the Sharia, who examines what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided us with in His mercy, that at the heart of many of what Allah has ordered us to do and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has